Hello. The family mediation process presents a range of challenges for separating couples working together to reach successful outcomes. Overcoming these challenges often requires additional essential support from a coach working behind the mediation scenes with the couple individually or together. The support of a divorce coach often means the difference between success and failure in mediation. Hello, I'm John Hine, Director of Compass Resolution Coaching and Mediation. Today, I feel very privileged to have with me Dr. Sue Palmer-Conn to talk about the areas of divorce coaching, divorce coach supported mediation. Among many other things, Dr. Palmer-Conn is a founder of the Divorce Coaching Academy. She's a certified divorce coach and discernment counselor, master certified health and wellness practitioner, and master NLP practitioner and chartered psychologist. Over the last 12 years, Sue has worked with thousands of men, women, and their children, supporting them during their separation and divorce journeys, from the decision whether or not to separate right through to their recovery and even preparation for remarriage. Hi, Sue. Good to have you with me today.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. I'm looking forward to it. So today, Sue and I would like to focus on three main questions covered in three separate videos for our viewers. The first is, what is a coach-supported mediation? And second, what are some of the main challenges a divorce coach can help clients with who are going through mediation? And thirdly, what is the first step towards working with a divorce coach, the discovery meeting? So, Sue, what is the coach-supported mediation? Could you start by giving our viewers a sense of what a coach or how a coach and what a coach does to support the clients going through the mediation process?
Yeah, I mean, the role of a coach is manifold. They can be part of educating clients to understand the process more easily, because, you know, when you're going through divorce, this is probably your first encounter with divorce, and knowing how to access different parts of the system can be completely overwhelming. Secondly, it's helping them to understand and manage their emotions so that they're making informed decisions, not knee-jerk reactions. And then thirdly, it's helping them to almost manage their behavior and understand the processes. So looking at things from other people, the other person's perspective. So it's freeing them up to take the best advantage of the mediation process without it becoming totally overwhelming.
Yeah, and I can see why that's from thinking about myself as a mediator in a mediation process, how that can be so important for some of my clients who, you know, to start with, when I contact them about mediation, it's full of anxieties and worries, often coming into contact with their former spouse, and all sorts of worries they might have about that and about their own ability to communicate. And I guess that's where a coach, as you say, can help enormously to build up that client's confidence in themselves and their ability to, yeah. And we're going to be talking about some of those challenges in a moment. Just I just pick up on one thing you said. I guess a coach also has in their armory a whole network of other professionals and what I call the circle support, the support team they might be able to help clients with, depending on what they're needing.
Yeah, and that's one of the key things that we can do, is helping them to find the right team that's going to support them in their individual circumstances, because, as you know, every divorce is very different, and even within divorce, the experience of divorce for each person within that couple will be very different, and so their needs, their support needs will be as different as they are.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. You're breaking up slightly, Sue. We'll see how it works. Continuing, I'm getting enough of it, and I'm hoping our viewers get enough of your valuable words of wisdom here. And the other thing I just want to pick up on is also this the ability of a coach to work obviously with individuals, but also possibly with both clients alongside or outside mediation in certain respects. When might that be useful?
Yeah. in the majority of cases, people want to work as individuals rather than as couples. But with this new no-fault divorce, we're hoping that it will lead to much more amicable separations, and therefore there's no reason for them not to work together, because, you know, they may have been married for many years, and consciously uncoupling is obviously going to be much more friendly, much less traumatic and stressful for both them and their children in the long term. And so if we can get them talking to each other and communicating, listening to the other's needs, and it's helping them to understand the individual needs, not just the wants.
Yeah, and again, this is such an important subject. We're going to come on to it in the next video, and some of the kind of 4 or 5 main challenges we're going to talk about. And kind of, I guess, so we've talked briefly about what a coach is and how very broadly they can help. And it seems to me that, you know, this idea of a coach, of having a coach to help and support oneself to go through a challenging situation is not alien to the sports world. It's not alien to the business world. Why do you think it might be a bit of a kind of jump or a leap for some going through a difficult or facing a difficult situation, like coming into mediation with their client? Why do you think that might be? I have my own views, but why do you think that might be a kind of bit of a leap for people to think or to consider using a coach? I mean, it seems very logical to me.
It seems logical to us because we know what coaching is. But so few people have actually heard of divorce coaches. I mean, how many times do you talk to people that have been divorced a long time ago and say, oh, I wish I'd known about you when I was going through a divorce?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it is a new profession, but it's one where I think it's an essential element of the support team. You know, it can help people save a lot of time, save a lot of money, and certainly save a lot of heartache and stress.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think I use that line at the beginning. It can make all the difference between succeeding in mediation and failing. And why would you start something that, well, why wouldn't you give yourself the best chance to succeed? I'll tell you what, it's on a final point on this particular video. You're absolutely right. I think it's about raising understanding and awareness of what coaches do and how useful they can be to support, you know, people going through mediation. I'll tell you, you know, when I hear from clients or anecdotally or testimonials from America where they have used coaches, or Australia or other places where they're more commonly used, you hear nothing but good things. I wish I'm glad I did. It saved me thousands of pounds and so on. So where they are being used and where we can listen to the experiences of others who have had coaching, it's been nothing but good. I don't know, is that your experience as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Certainly the people that I've worked with on a personal level, you know, the very fact that I've been able to refer them on to a financial planner has made a big difference, or being able to help them to make a decision between whether to go for mediation or whether to go straight to see a lawyer. I mean, for me, I would always persuade them to do mediation first. But
it's suitable, where, you know, because again, one of the challenges we are going to talk about is the final one. When do you think it might be? I'm not going to talk about it now, but because we're going to come to it. When do you think it might be unsuitable? Because, you know, we're talking about mediation, and as a mediator and a coach, I believe that probably 70% anecdotally clients separated could be using mediation in some form or other to benefit them.
Yeah.
And just going back to the coaching point, I think the coach provides, if the point you were making, the glue, the cohesion, the continuity, helping their client or clients move through mediation and the divorce and the separation to make the most of.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that the divorce coach will be there throughout the whole process and afterwards. They're not going to sign off a consent form or sign off an order for whatever and say bye-bye. They're there to pick up the pieces afterwards and to help them to create their new life.
And that's a great point or a message to end this particular video on. The coach is there to support you or each client to get the best out of themselves, and is there always there when needed for that purpose. So what I'd like to do is bring us on to the move on to the second video in a second, and focus on some of the particularly more detailed, specifically some of the challenges that clients face going through mediation, and where particularly the coach can help. Is that okay? We kind of finish now and move on?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll see you in a moment, and I'll see all you guys watching in a moment as well. So thanks so much, and keep watching. And we've got another great video coming up in a moment. Thanks very much. And that's it. And now let me just knock that off, stop recording.